You couldn't let a Laker fan have it. Could you, Golden State? Could you? I'm all in my feelings. LeBron James coming home of championships. You know, I'm saying we're going to win championship this, championship that, 4 in a row. And you don't even give a Laker fan a week to celebrate the monumentous signing of LeBron James before you go out and sign Boogie Cousins. The one position that the Golden State Warriors were remotely weak at. Remotely. And you get arguably the best guy outside of AD at the position. Wow. And it's a smart move. I gotta say, it's a smart move from both sides. From Golden State side and Boogie side. Because from Golden State side, they only invested $5 million. Which they can basically say, if it doesn't work out, it's $5. $5 million. And if he tries to blow up the locker room, it's only $5 million. So you can put him on injury reserve or cut him or whatever and eat the $5 million. And it makes the team more diverse in terms of how they attack you. Because now, if you look at last year and years prior, the Golden State Warriors were susceptible to comebacks because they used to shoot so many jumpers, and teams will be able to come back later in the game. Now, when Golden State's up 16 to 18 points, they can just say, hey, Boogie, go get your buckets down low. Grind it out. Run the clock like they do in football when they're up by a sizable lead, or they just want to get out of the game and win because they have the score in their favor. It makes the Golden State Warriors that much more dynamic and that more versatile and that much harder to beat. And they were already harder. They were already, in my personal opinion, they were already unbeatable to start with before Boogie even got there. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The only things that can stop the Golden State Warriors the only thing that can stop the Golden State Warriors as the NBA is currently constructed. Here are the 3 things that can stop Golden State. Time, money, and injuries. Those are the only things that can stop Golden State as the NBA is currently constructed. Because now, I thought that even before Boogie even got there. But now, if he's healthy, Jesus. That is a joke, sir. A joke. This team, the starting lineup for the Golden State Warriors literally looks like an all-star lineup. All-star weekend. Except for their lineup is every single week. Every single game. It's crazy. Now, from Boogie's standpoint, it's a great opportunity because, one, it gives him a chance to rehab appropriately and efficiently. There's no rush for him to be back because Golden State's chances of winning a championship doesn't depend on Boogie at all. It really doesn't. So now he can sit there. He can miss the first 20 games and play his way back into shape at the end of the later half of the season. So it's a smart move from that standpoint for Boogie, and also it cleans up his image because right now Boogie is seen as a head case. Nobody wants to deal with him. He blows up the locker room. And I'll tell you this. When you win, everything changes. The perception of you changes. When you have playoff moments, the whole thing changes. Because right now, Boogie has no playoff experience. He almost sniffed the playoffs this last year with the Pelicans before he tore his Achilles, which was tragic. So he doesn't have anything to sit there and say, okay, is it worth the risk? You don't believe me? Look at Draymond Green. If you put Draymond Green on any team, you put him on New York, you're going to look at him and say, man, this dude's a head case. He's always getting texts. He's out of control. He can't control his emotions. But guess what? That's not the case. A lot of people don't see that with Draymond Green in that way. They say, oh, he's an emotional leader. Sometimes his emotions get in the way of things. Because guess what? He has playoff moments. He has playoff plays where he sat there and made a great play. Boogie doesn't have that, so he's just seen as a head case. And it's mind-boggling how that always happens. How winning can change the perception of a player. So, if Boogie can go to the Golden State Warriors and have playoff moments where he has this unbelievable games, everyone's going to sit there and say, wow, he was willing to sacrifice for a team, and he made big plays when it counted the most, which is in playoffs. So it changes the whole perception of him as a player. So now next year, not this year, but the year after, everyone's like, oh, maybe it was just the fact that he was on losing teams and he couldn't take losing. Because, believe it or not, before he got to the NBA, Boogie didn't lose a lot of games. He was always the best. He always had dominance. But when you get to the NFL, when you get to the NBA, and you go to a sorry franchise, sorry Sacramento, but y'all sorry. You know, your frustrations get to you, and you're just like, you can't take losing. And it sounds like a sad disposition, but sometimes you have to learn how to lose at the professional level. Now, I'm not saying that you should sit there and say, oh, we lost, blah, blah, blah. But you have to learn that there's more than one game, and you have to understand it's always a process. A lot of players who've had early success in their childhood to puberty to college have a hard time doing that because they're not used to losing. I think the same thing with Boogie. I think if he goes to this team, wins, and shows, hey, how we can play in a winning system, on a winning team, excuse me. Wow, that he can now all of a sudden the $5 million pay cut, the $5 million salary that he's taking now is a good investment for future, because now people are gonna say, oh, he can get a max deal here because he's used to winning and we can trust him. So it's smart on Boogie's side. Also, I gotta flame my Lakers. Because reports came out that the Lakers passed on Boogie. And I'm sitting here like, why would you pass on Boogie? LeBron James needs help. And he's one of the best centers in the league. Why wouldn't you not sign this dude for a similar deal? Because Boogie was willing to sign for a similar deal of $5 million. What are you doing, Magic? I hope you have a plan, because to me, that's a no-brainer. Hey, play with LeBron. They have experience with each other. Go make that signing. Magic, you letting me down, Magic. I still got faith in you, but you're letting me down. And you know what the sad thing is? Another report came out that no one's really offering Boogie a contract. New Orleans didn't want to sign him. Nobody really showed up except for actually, I think he called Golden State. And I'm like, Golden State was like, hey, we're smart. Let's take him. Let's take him. Why? If the NBA is mad about the Golden State Warriors being a super team, like an unbeatable super team, they have no one to blame but themselves. Because you had several other GMs who could have said, hey, we'll take you, Boogie. We'll take you. No, nobody. This man had to call the Warriors and get signed. That's on the other GMs in the league. That you can't blame the Golden State Warriors for being smart and saying, hey, we'll take you. We'll bolster our roster. Idiots. But anyway, kudos to Boogie on you getting your ring. Kudos to the Warriors for being smart and bolstering their roster, because they know they're not going to be able to keep this team together. So why not win as many rings as you can before everybody goes their separate way and gets their real money? So kudos to the Warriors. Kudos to Boogie. And wow. I guess I have to put my championship aspirations on hold, because it's going to be the Warriors for the next couple of years, and I thought my Lakers had a chance. I really did. We got no chance now. No chance. That's all I got. Laker Nation, Lake Show, tell me what y'all think. And anybody else who's not a fan of the Lakers, tell me what you guys think. Can the Warriors be beat this year if Boogie is healthy? Actually, can they be beat if he's not healthy? Let me know what you guys think, because this is absurd. This is wow. And then wow, I'm speechless. I can't even enjoy my 4th of July because of this news right now. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. All right, I'm out.